Alright, welcome back to Resident Evil Zero, and right off the bat we're going to show one of the worst things about this game. We're going to leave that, and we're going to leave our knife, because there is no item box in this game. If you drop an item, it appears right on the ground below you, which in theory is a fantastic idea, but in practice it's very bad. I don't even think I need to tell you what can go wrong because of this. Say you need to drop an item so you can pick up a key item on the other side of the map. Then you go bring that item to where you need to be, but you still need the other item you dropped, so now you have to go all the way back. Instead of just dropping it in the item box when you know you need to pick something else up, and then going back to the item box. No. You have to run all the way back across the game. It stinks. Again, it's a great idea in theory, but it doesn't work well in practice. So we are still right now trying to save Rebecca. She's trapped in a tiny little room by herself. I think the easiest way to do this would just be to have Billy go up on top of the car and reach down through the hole and pull her up. That would probably be easier than what he's going to do. But this is a Resident Evil game. It has to be complicated. It has to be very convoluted. So, in the last video, I touched upon it very briefly, but in this game, Rebecca is a medic. You know, that's always been her position in Stars. So, in this game, only Rebecca can mix herbs. If you see a red and a green herb, and you pick them up, Billy cannot combine them. Which is fine-ish? It's kind of weird. It's a little unfortunate, but it is the fact of the matter, and we just have to deal with it. Again, I like it in theory. Rebecca's a medic. Rebecca's the one who can mix the herbs. She knows what to do. Billy does not. But also, you're telling me Claire knows how to mix herbs? I mean, she's a college girl. She might know how to smoke some herb. But really, though, all the characters can mix herbs except for Billy. Billy's just a big dum-dum. Yeah, I cannot stress enough how good these HD versions are. I've said this before, but this isn't just the Capcom fan in me talking, but I really feel like they go above and beyond in most of their HD remasters. Some of them they don't. I would say the Dead Rising games, they literally just put them in HD and release them. But whenever they re-release a game, there's usually something to it. This game, they completely remastered it. They added in a whole new game mode where they replaced Billy with Resident Evil 5 Wesker, which is great. Just a great idea. They added a whole bunch of new costumes. The Resident Evil 1 remake added in a bunch of new costumes. It looks great. It added in new play controls. Resident Evil 5 combined both of that game's mercenary modes, which is great. You know, there's always something to it, you know? Devil May Cry 4 added 3 characters? That's insane. So, I always feel like they go above and beyond. And people always give them crap for re-releasing games a bunch. But there's usually more to it than that. Again, unless you're a Dead Rising game. Because we have this giant enemy... Just give it to me. Giant enemy crab. It's not a crab. I'm gonna say it is. Bad start to this fight. But Billy's fine. He can take a lot of hits. The way that you want to do this fight is... First off, you do not want a manual reload. You want to do it in the game, like in the menu. You do not want to sit there while Billy reloads the gun. Just aim down. I find aiming down with the D-pad works. If you hold down with the analog stick, Billy might slightly move to the left or the right, which is quite annoying. So I would say aim down with the D-pad. This fight's not that bad, but it will eat up almost 100%, if not exactly 100% of your shotgun ammo, which is quite regrettable, I must say. This is such a weird place to put a boss battle in a game. It's so early on in the game, and I don't think this Scorpion ever gets explained. Like, why is it on this train? I don't know. It's weird. It's a very strange boss battle, I must say. And yeah, I definitely want to say it's the earliest in any Resident Evil game that there's a boss battle. I can't think of a single boss that comes earlier than, like, the first 20 minutes of the game. While he is dying, he can actually swipe at you and hit you, which is quite annoying. But that said, he's done. But now we do have this, which is a vital item. If he didn't crash through here, we probably wouldn't have seen that. So I'm glad he fell down here anyway. I'm not that upset. I mean, he did make me waste all of my shotgun ammo. Now, we're going to want to remember that I dropped that briefcase in this room. I was thinking maybe I could pick it up here, but my inventory is basically all important items right now. It's all stuff I need. Dropping the knife is probably the very first thing you're going to want to do in this game. I think the only classic Resident Evil game where the knife is a viable option is Code Veronica. And Code Veronica, this ain't. So we're dropping our knife. Rebecca will get an opportunity later on to pick up another knife, but I don't want it. Now, I probably could have just ran through here, but I didn't. I chose not to. Because, again, I'm a psychopath. I play Resident Evil games wrong. I kill every single zombie that is in my way. Every time. Which is usually not how you're supposed to play these games, but it's always worked out well for me. I just like to have a clear shot of it. I should have reloaded in the menu, because this was a mistake. This was bad for me. I think that zombie did more damage than the Scorpion did. I will say this also is probably one of the best soundtracks in Resident Evil. It's a lot more, like, action-y. It feels a lot more boisterous than, like, RE1 remake. R-remake. I'm just going to call it R-remake. That's what I always call it. Actually, we're still fine. Told you Billy can take a lot of hits. He's our boy, Billy Boy. Billy Boyd, isn't that an actor? I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. So now that we have the ice pick, that's really the thing that we needed. We're going to just send that back up to Rebecca so that we can finally regroup. Thanks, partner. Sheva! Just standing here pressing the circle button waiting for Sheva to come to me while I open up a door. Thankfully, this game does not require Rebecca and Billy to open a door together. That would be silly. So, we can use the ice pick to, I guess, unjam the door. Even though I feel like Rebecca probably could have shot out the window of this door and fit through it. She probably also could have just burst through that other, like, paneling, it looked like. I don't know. There is a zombie in here. I don't care. Goodbye. See ya, pal. See ya, wouldn't want to be ya.
Follow me.
So just regroup with Billy, become Billy, or whoever has the latch opener. I forget what this is called. Just the yeah, it went by too fast. Don't care. Panel opener. I wonder how many cutscenes in this game they had to make 2 of to, like, represent both character. I'm sure it's not that hard. But there was a pre-rendered one we saw of Rebecca falling in the hole, and there is one for Billy, too. So, they did double duty here. Those dogs, these dumb dogs. Now that there's two of us, they can't even kind of do any damage, even though Rebecca is a little worse for wear after this fight somehow. Dogs. It's another game this year where I'm waiting for dogs to come on screen so we can keep moving, only it's not Huey this time, it's not the goodest boy. So that ring that we just found will actually fit into the briefcase that we dropped as Billy, so eventually we're going to have to go back and get that briefcase. And we'll just pick up the first aid spray, why not? So, there's a can of gasoline there. I really don't remember what you could use that for at this point in the game. This part is also pretty dumb. I think at this part, you have to have Billy press the switch and Rebecca pick up the hook shot, which, I mean, come on, Nintendo's gonna sue for that one. There's an instruction manual here that says that when you're using this thing, it can't go over like 80 kilograms. I don't know what a kilogram is because I'm American. So I'm just going to assume Billy can't use this because he's too heavy. So I just always have Rebecca do this. It could be not the case. Billy could maybe use it. But usually when you are sending a character off in a specific area, you want Rebecca to be the one to go. You want to put Billy in more danger than Rebecca. Usually, that's how this game goes. Sometimes they flip it on you, and they make Rebecca kind of be in danger, but for the most part, that's what I do. Okay, I unlocked it now. Let me walk through it, game. God damn it. Much like before, there's a guy in here. Just ignore him. You can set Billy to idle instead of Billy idle. You can set Billy to not attack the enemies, which is probably the best idea, honestly. Because he doesn't have infinite ammo. He's not just able to keep shooting without any repercussions. He is using your ammo. But I'm going to let Billy keep shooting. I really do feel like this might screw me later on. I haven't finished recording this series yet, but it could potentially lead to some, you know, some no good moments later on down the road, but I feel like there's enough ammo in this game. Like, I think if I were to go into my inventory right now, I think Billy's got like 50 shots left. Same with Rebecca. It's ridiculous. There's a lot of ammo. And this is on normal. Let's just use that. I don't know why I didn't just use it before. But there you go. What am I doing? What am I doing? I don't know. I think I was just trying to see what Billy had. Yeah. Stick Billy here. You could stick him down in the car below. But later on, it'll just be faster for us. And there might be zombies in this car. And Billy can get attacked while off screen. So it's best to just leave him up there. Just stick him up there. This is an incredibly dumb item. It's a one-use item. I think it's a one-use item anyway. I don't remember having to use it again. And it takes up 2 spots. It's like the shotgun. It's just ridiculous. There's no need. Once again, Rebecca falling into a hole. This one's a lot better. You can see there's a knife on the ground there. As I've already said, I don't need no stinking knife. This isn't Code Veronica. The knife is not going to be useful. Also, thanks, bro. I just healed. Jackass. I mean, if I really, really wanted to, I can give that guy the Resident Evil 4 treatment and knock him down and then knife him till he dies to save ammo, but it's just a waste of time in these classic games. Unless you're playing Code Veronica, in which case the knife is basically more like a sword. So, now we have 2 of these silver rings, but no briefcase. So our objective right now, go back for that briefcase. So the leeches are now about to hatch, which is no good. The leeches aren't really that big of a deal. They're not that big of a threat. In large numbers they can be, but we're just gonna basically run. We're gonna drop this, because we don't need that anymore. Meet up with Billy,
Follow me.
and just run. And that's that. Try and run fast enough that he doesn't waste any ammo on the leeches. So as I said, we gotta just run to the other side. It is really funny how when you're a kid things just seem different. As I was saying, the Ecliptic Express seemed so massive to me as a kid. And like daunting, like oh my god, I'm on this train. I have to get all the way out of here. You know, it seems so massive. But it's seriously, it's like 3 cars. You can only go to the 2nd floor of like one of them. It's pretty ridiculous if I'm not being, if I'm not lying. So, just checking that Rebecca has both of the rings, and then we're gonna just pop them into the suitcase. This is one of the most classic Resident Evil things I can possibly think of. I don't know what I just did there. That you need 2 rings, one of them is in a dog cage, the other one's just in a closet, to open up a briefcase. And inside the briefcase, there's a key card. Like, there's no reason that... Look, Billy had a knife. He could have easily sliced this open. But bringing logic into it, it's never going to work. It's just never, ever, ever going to work. And while we're here, and now that we have the open spaces, might as well just take both these herbs. The herbs look good in this game. I don't know. I feel like there should be theoretically a lot of reuse between this game and RE1 Remake. But there really isn't. I feel like this game stands on its own way more than it should have and really didn't need to. You could have easily flipped assets. This game could have taken place entirely in the Spencer Mansion and it would have made sense and I wouldn't have complained about it. Because it's like, yeah, Rebecca's already there when you get there. Why wouldn't some of this game take place in the Spencer Mansion? But that is not the case. Right here, I think I'm gonna struggle to pick up the ink ribbon, because like I said, this is an annoying gameplay mechanic. I don't want the fucking knife. But I have to pick them up and move them somewhere else so I can pick up the ink ribbon. I don't even know where it is. I think Billy's in the way. This is a ridiculous gameplay mechanic. Just please, for the love of God, please give me... Oh my god, of course Billy can't take it. Give me an item box. There's no reason for this. Okay, ink ribbon, thank God. Now that that's out of the way, that's gonna be it for this video. See you in the next one, where we, believe it or not, already get off of the Ecliptic Express. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you then.